This is a story that was told to a son by his father. The story goes like this. Many years ago, there was a man who became well known for his greeting, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Each time he passed by, people would call out, "The Lord is my shepherd," and he would respond, "I shall not want." This became a daily ritual, morning and evening, among the villagers. The man was a fisherman, and he was happy, enjoying his work and always grateful to God for being his shepherd. His popularity grew so much that the king saw him as a threat. The king felt that this fisherman, with his simple yet powerful greeting, was becoming more popular than he was. Despite having no royal ring or crown, and never sitting on a throne, the fisherman's presence and his greeting resonated deeply with the villagers. As the village prepared for a festival, the king and his advisors devised a plan to bring the fisherman down. They decided to honor him publicly and then test his faith with a dangerous task. The king said to him, "You have become so popular with your profession as a fisherman and have contributed greatly to the happiness of the people. We want to honor you at the festival. We also wish for you to keep the king's ring and present it to me on the day of the celebration. If you do, you will be given a special title." The fisherman smiled and said, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," accepting the task. However, the king's offer was a trap. The fisherman didn't know that the king saw him as an enemy. The fisherman kept the ring in the full view of his wife, who shared in his popularity. As the day approached, the same people who celebrated him visited his house, pretending to greet his family, but actually checking if he was away at the river. Realizing he wasn't home, they lured his wife with a large sum of money to steal the ring. Initially, she refused, but eventually, she succumbed to their bribes and betrayed her husband. The fisherman and his wife spent the evening contemplating the honor they were about to receive. They decided to keep the ring in a safe place. Unbeknownst to the fisherman, his wife had already handed it over to the king's men. When they took the ring from the wife, they went straight to the river and threw it far into the deepest part of the river. As the festival day approached, the king's envoys reminded the fisherman of his duty. He was confident and unperturbed, knowing he had kept the ring safe. However, 2 days before the festival, he discovered the ring was missing. Distressed, he shouted, "The Lord is my shepherd," and his wife, feigning ignorance, joined him in a frantic search. Despite her betrayal, she acted as if she knew nothing about the missing ring. The night before the festival, the fisherman could hardly sleep. His mind raced, and he felt an immense pressure, but he continued to say, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," even though his voice was now low and weary. The festival morning arrived. The villagers were excited to see their beloved fisherman honored. The king and his advisors were ready to humiliate him. The fisherman, however, went fishing one last time, catching only one fish. He walked home, greeted by the villagers with their usual chant, but his response was faint. Unable to sell the fish or let his wife prepare it, he decided to make it his last meal. As he sliced the fish, his knife hit something hard. To his amazement, he found the king's ring inside the fish. Overwhelmed with relief, he quietly thanked God and hid the ring in his pocket. At the festival, the fisherman arrived with his wife. The crowd cheered, and the king called him forward. People chanted, "The Lord is my shepherd," and he responded, "I shall not want." Those aware of the plot anticipated his downfall. But the fisherman, confident in his faith, presented the king's ring. The crowd erupted in jubilation and confusion. He proclaimed, "The Lord is my shepherd," and the people echoed, "I shall not want." The king and his advisors were stunned, unable to understand how the ring had returned. God, as the fisherman's shepherd, had saved him. The fish that swallowed the ring was the only one he caught that morning, a testament to divine intervention. The fisherman's trust in God brought him greater honor and inspired the villagers to praise God as their shepherd. As children, we learned Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd," and John 3:16, "For God so loved the world." These scriptures lay the foundation of our faith and salvation in Jesus Christ. As you go out this week, remember the story of the fisherman who trusted in God and was rescued from powerful enemies. God, our shepherd, is always aware and with us. If this story inspires you, like, share to others, follow for more.